in studio with the mogul, Michael Hornby, owner of this establishment. He is the delegate from the area who's the House Caucus chair as well. He's got a lot of titles right now.
Many that you have given me.
Yeah, a lot of titles.
Nice to be here.
Jefferson County Prosecuting Attorney Matt Harvey here as well.
Oh, Delegate Hornby, is this your district right here where we're set?
No, this is Chuck Horst.
Okay.
Yeah, Chuck is out this direction. So then he goes all the way up to Spring Mills.
But your home is obviously in your district.
Sure.
In
my
Lawrenceburg.
home, yeah, my home is.
Because it would be illegal otherwise.
Is in Arden Noble.
Yeah,
Stop asking questions,
smart
Matt,
cover. You never. That's a problem when you have a prosecuting attorney on as a co-host. They tend to cross-examine. You know.
No, I throw softballs. Everybody knows that. I just like to hear the people. I like to pull information out, get them started, and let them talk.
Our guest in this segment is Tommy O'Connor of O'Connor Plumbing, and they built a beautiful, fabulous new building up on a hill, not far from my house, actually, as well. I saw that construction project going on while it was being built. Tommy, good morning. You're on Eastern Panhandle Talk with Rob, Mike, and Matt. Great to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate being on with you guys.
Yeah, how long have you guys been in that building there in Frederick?
This October, it'll be 3 years. We broke ground, I want to say, right before the pandemic started, and obviously that delayed things with permits and stuff, but we moved in October 3 years ago.
Oh, very nice. Okay. And you guys have kind of started a unique thing there at O'Connor Plumbing in that you've got a bit of a plumbing school going on inside there. What's the story?
Yeah, so we have a training center, and one of the things that does make us unique is that we do focus on the careers of our apprentices and technicians to help them advance, going from an apprentice to a plumber to a journeyman and a master. So we teach and train all levels throughout their career and try to, help them grow and become better plumbers.
Tom, you've got a good voice. If this plumbing thing doesn't work out, you might want to think about hosting a talk show someday.
And you could ride with Frederick. You could carpool with Rob here.
Yeah, that would be great. Right, I'm in Frederick too. So.
Yeah, pass right by you there. Are you folks doing work in the Eastern Panhandle here around Berkeley County?
We don't do a whole lot in West Virginia. We do some, but we do cover the entire DC metro area, and we have people that work, that live in that area that work for us. So our plumbers come from all around Maryland, D.C., and Virginia.
Tell me how the plumbing school is going to work and the advanced studies there, so to speak.
So we have created a curriculum. We've based it off of our experiences as well as the curriculums that are taught in plumbing trade schools. And our goal is to give our apprentices 60 hours of training per year, and our plumbers, we want to get 40 hours of training per year. So again, we advance them through the training as they grow and as they advance. We've created, it's kind of our own in-house levels of plumbing, but we have 11 different levels that they would go through, and once they get to a master plumber, we're just continuing their education with new things that come out in the trade or different technologies, things like that.
Now, do I have to be employed by O'Connor Plumbing to go through this training, or can anybody who's interested in plumbing as a career or as a job for the time being, whatever, go through this?
So currently we're only offering this to our employees, but the goal down the road would be to have it open to anyone that was interested to get into the trades. We're not quite there yet with it. We just kind of getting our feet wet. And
are you currently hiring and looking for plumbers?
We are absolutely hiring. We are looking for plumbers at all levels. You could be a 20-year master plumber or a 2-year, apprentice that's in the trade and looking for a change. We're always looking for motivated people with good attitudes. And again, that's the main thing that we look for is a good, positive attitude. I can teach you plumbing. I can't teach you to have a good attitude, right? Right, absolutely. And is there a shortage of plumbers, Tommy? There is a major shortage of plumbers. This has been going on, at least in my experience, for over the last 10-plus years, where I have noticed the average age is just creeping up and creeping up. But right now, the average age of a plumber in the United States is 45 years old. The average age of a master plumber is 58 years old. So, that being said, within 8 to 10 years, you could have half the master plumbers in this country retire, which means half the businesses, that you have to be a master to own a business. You could lose half the plumbing businesses in the next 10 years.
Whoa, that kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Do you have many female plumbers?
We have two that are apprentices in the field. We would be happy and willing to train. I believe anyone can do this job. I don't think it is obviously a male-dominated trade, as most trades are, but I think anyone can do this job. Women are perfectly capable. In fact, you guys might agree with me. I think they're smarter than us in most ways, so they can figure things out a little bit better.
Yeah.
We're all married and shaking our heads yes.
Yes, right. Me too. But yeah, no, we do have two in the field right now that are learning and coming along very well, and hopefully within the next year and a half to 2 years, they will be advancing to trucks and doing their own work.
It seems like you can make a pretty good living as a plumber, at least based on the charges I've paid in the past when I've needed one. Is that true? And how long would it take you once you kind of get started on the ground floor to start making a pretty decent living?
Well, I feel like what we have done, especially with our training and helping advance them quicker, it does get them up to the higher pay faster than normally you would go. But if you want to go back about 30 years when I started in the trade, I was making I think $6.50 an hour when I started out. Now we pay our unskilled apprentices. You could come in with no experience, and we're paying $20 an hour to an unskilled apprentice. And again, as you advance to a truck and to becoming a journeyman plumber, within 4 years you can become a journeyman plumber. But we try to get our apprentices within 2 years to advance to a truck. Between 2 and 3 years, you could be making upwards of couple dollars an hour advancing to a truck within 2 years. 2 years after that, you're a journeyman plumber. You could be $35 to $40 an hour, and then 2 years after that as a master. Right now we're paying up, close to $45, $47 an hour to our masters, and that number will just continue to go up.
So if you're a high school kid coming out 17, 18 years old, this is a pretty good option as opposed to picking up a lot of college debt.
It's a great option. I mean, look, if you're going to go to college for a specific career, I would never talk anyone out of that. But if you don't have something in mind, like a doctor, lawyer, whatever job you would need to go to college for, I think the trades, whether it's plumbing or any trade, we need the tradesmen. We need people in this industry. And again, I tell all these high school students when I talk to them, you guys are going to be able to write your own check because there's going to be such a demand for you in the next 3 to 5 years that we're going to have to pay what you guys are asking.
Yeah, Mr. Michael Hornby.
Tommy, how do we get more kids interested in the trades? Are you actively going into schools or talking to kids? Are you asked to come talk to kids? Does Maryland have anything that promotes trades for high school kids and lets them know about this?
Yeah, to answer that, yes. We are very active with Frederick County and Montgomery County right now. We want to get into all the other counties as well, but we work with the CTC in Frederick, which is the Career Technologies Center, and we do speak to a lot of the schools. So one of the other things that makes our company very unique is not just the training center, but we have a career development department, and we have couple guys that work in that department with me, and they counsel our team and talk to them about their career. They also teach the classes and develop the curriculum and all that. So when we go to the schools and talk to them about their career, about what a career looks like, starting out, how they would advance, the training that they would get. So yeah, we are really trying to encourage a lot of the younger people to get into this trade because, as I just said, we really desperately need them in this trade. And it's going to take us, probably 3 to 5 years of a lot of hard work to turn that deficit around, but I think we can do it. I do think a lot of younger people are very interested. Today, I think it is changing a little bit. I do see lots of interest when we go to these events. So again, I'm hopeful that I think things go in a circle, right? When I was younger, my parents pushed me to go to college. They wanted me to go to college. Well, that wasn't the path I took, but now I think a lot of parents that have put their kids in college or went to college, they're looking at it differently. Like, look, you could earn a great living and not come out with all this debt and have a career. So that's kind of what we talk to them about.
And then, are you able to build this school? Were you able to do that because your business grew because you were so close to the metro area or Metro DC area, or is this a sustainable model for, say, a plumbing business in Berkeley County, West Virginia, or any plumbing business across the country?
So I think it's both of those things. The size of our company did allow us to do what we're doing today. Obviously, a smaller shop wouldn't have the resources or people to, we have, like I said, 2 guys, journeyman and a master plumber, that are dedicated to teaching and to counseling and to talking to our team. And not a lot of, smaller companies would be able to dedicate that to their field. But, it's also, like you said, it's a need. And we recognize that we have to do something about this deficit that we're facing. And there's just not people out there. Like I said, we're looking at 45-year-old guys coming in, on average. I mean, there's 50, 60-year-old guys coming in applying for jobs, and there's just not that many plumbers out there. So we recognize that need and kind of felt like we needed to create our own talent. And that's what kind of where we birthed our training center from.
I've got a question for you from our audience. I think you may have recruited somebody here, Tommy. And we're talking with Tommy O'Connor of O'Connor Plumbing. My son, this is from Michelle Coffey. My son wants to go into plumbing HVAC. He was accepted at Penn Tech, but is on a waiting list. Does your business offer internships? He is 18 years old.
So we do. Yes, we offer paid internships. And again, working with the CTC and the career, trade schools that we work with, we do hire interns for the summer that are high school students. But if he is out of high school and he is looking to start his career, he can start out as an apprentice and work his way up. So it would be, not necessarily an internship, but an apprenticeship.
So instead of going to the school, he could just go to school and get paid with you.
Absolutely. You could just start working and get paid, and we would help train and work with him on getting the skills he needs to earn the living he wants.
Yeah, what's not to like about that? I got to ask you about your telephone number on your van here, 833-RIGO-44. Who's the Redskins fan in the family?
Oh, it's all of us. We all grew up Redskin fans. But unfortunately, that was our residential number, which we no longer do residential work.
I see.
So we still have a good relationship with John, but we are no longer in the residential game. We are a commercial contractor. That being said, that doesn't mean I would not hire residential plumbers if they were looking to come on board. We're not just hiring commercial plumbers. Again, if a residential plumber wanted to try commercial work, we would be 100% behind hiring them and training them and teaching them as well.
What if they're a Cowboys fan?
No chance.
I take them all. I don't have a problem with that. And especially the way the Cowboys are playing nowadays, you got to feel a little sorry for them. So.
Yeah, they just took my Steeler headache, George Pickens. So that's even better for Redskins fans.
Right.
Tommy, how do we get in touch with you? If anyone like Michelle who'd like maybe have her son talk with you, what's your number?
So again, the number you mentioned was our residential number, but if 301-540-5050 is our office line, you could call in, or you can go to o'connorplumbing.net, and all the applications and things are on the website as well.
All right. Any final thoughts, Tommy? Anything else you wanted to get across that you did not have a chance to?
No, I just really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys. Again, it is a issue that we are dealing with, trying to keep our trade going, and it is a very important trade. We are part of the healthcare system in the plumbing industry. We help, bring clean water in, and we take waste away. So it is a very purposeful job, and that's one thing I try to message to the young people, too, is that this job has meaning and has purpose. You're helping people. One of our mission and one of our things that we do is we're protecting the health of our community. So that's very important to us, and we try to get that message across to our, prospective employees, because you have to take this job seriously. We are there out helping people every day and keeping people healthy.
Tommy, thanks. Appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck in recruiting the folks that you need to keep a successful business going.
Thank you guys for your time today, too.
Have a great day.
Peace.
Tommy O'Connor of O'Connor's Plumbing.